My name is Grant Hardy and welcome to Top Tier Trader. And in this video, we have some challenge reviews and we're going to be going over some failed accounts. Now, I'm going to jump right in here and we're going to come in. This person did a 100K challenge and as you can see, they placed 85 trades. They lost, move around this real quick. Their average winning trade was $2,500 and their average losing trade was $1,300. So their winning trades were definitely more than their losing trades. That's really important, right? But as you can come over here, you can see that their loss rate, they had a 62% loss rate to win rate. Now we've seen in other reviews that sometimes, the win to loss ratio doesn't even matter. But in this case, it did. Now, as far as maximum losses, right, they lost $10,200, right? They hit that 10% loss. They had 37 active trading days, so it looks like they bought the time extension trying to get to that 10% profit goal. So we're going to go through that here in a minute and see maybe where they were at and why they bought that time extension. And their daily losses, they hit $3,100 in their largest daily loss. So depending on where that's at, that could have been that 5% max daily loss. So I'm going to come in right here to their trades that they were taking. Let's see. Now, here you can see they're trading all kinds of different pairs. Bitcoin, GJ, EU, EJ, EU, GU, so on and so on. And they're dropping about, 10 standards. In my opinion, that's a little heavy to go whenever you have that $10,000, 10% loss max, especially with a $5,000 max daily loss. But, if it works, it works. If not, it's not. If not, it's not. But I do think 10 standards is a little heavy for that. Now, coming in here, we have some wins, 45, 3,900. This was a decent trade, right? 2 standards, almost $700. Their leverage is a little bit better. Now coming down, they have a string of losses, right? Now they have this right here, this line, this is drawdown. So they went $3,400 in drawdown on 10 standards. $4,800 in drawdown. Now we start having some wins and all of a sudden now 20 standards. This doesn't happen a lot that I've seen going through these reviewed accounts, but usually when people up their lot size, they usually take a loss. This case, this person won, right? But they're making up for a lot of these daily drawdown losses. $88 win, they're back to a standard, managing risk a lot better. Now we're going back through, we're upping the risk. So coming through this account, one thing that I'm really seeing is that this person they're over leveraging. 10 standards is way too much. 20 standards is definitely too much. Emotions get involved. You're also pushing the limits of the drawdown parameters that you have to follow, all the trading rules in order to pass the challenge. And, you're flirting with failing the account, in my opinion, when you're doing this. And also, too, I want to note that during the entire challenge period, they took 85 trades. Now, that's like 20 trades a week, over 20 trades a week. That's way too many trades in my opinion. I don't know if they're scalping or what, but I think less is more a lot of times. And I know this is preached a lot in the Forex and trading world, but less is really more in having quality trade setups and not just thinking something that's going to go right or it kind of looks right and then, upping your position size. 9 out of 10 times it leads to blowing an account. So that being said, we're now going to go into the next account and see what happened there. And jumping right in here, we can see that they failed this account on tier 1 and they did it in 4 days. Now, I'm gonna come right down to the win to loss ratio. They had a 27 to 73 win to loss ratio. They had, their average winning trade was $367 and their average losing trade was $249. Now, what's interesting about this one is they never hit their maximum loss, but they hit the max daily loss. So maybe they were holding an over leveraged trade or something that, they held a trade too long that they thought was going to turn the other way. But we're going to come right in here, see what happens, see if we can get a better idea. Right off the bat, trading a lot of US 30. AU, GU, US 30. So it looks like they're sticking to maybe what they know, a couple pairs that they're comfortable with, which is really good and something that I recommend personally. Now, coming through, right? US 30, $500 on a 0.03. That's pretty nice. GU, 2 standard, 72. So they're definitely not, I wouldn't say, well, this is also a 25K account, so maybe a little over leveraging, right? Almost 3 standards, and maybe they're scalping because in 4 days, they placed 26 trades, right? So maybe in and out of the market a little more. But again, what I'm seeing here is like, take your time. You have an entire month to finish this, plus a time extension if you need it. So, trying to pass this in 2, 3, 4 days, it's awesome, and you can you can rest sooner, but there's no point, and you're gonna end up having to, try and take challenges more and more. Less is more. Quality trades are always better. I'm gonna preach that till the end, especially going through these and seeing what people are doing right and what they're doing wrong. So now we just went through this one. We have one more for you guys, and we're gonna see what this person did and how they failed their challenge. So moving into this last account, this is another really interesting one. This is why win to loss rate does not matter if your risk to reward isn't there. You can see we have a 58% win rate with a 42% loss rate. They traded over the minimum 7 days, right? 8 out of 7, 8 trading days. They hit the maximum loss of they hit $21,000 in losses on a 200K challenge in tier 1. And their daily loss, the biggest daily loss was 11,000, right? So it looks like they lost it in some drawdown. Now, if I had to guess before looking at this, I bet they were trading a lot of US 30, because I've seen a lot of this. Now, coming over here, their average winning trade was $700 and their average losing trade was $2,000. With their average winning trade, right, they may be winning more, but if you're holding a lot of drawdown, if you're taking bigger losses, it's not going to matter, and it's going to hurt you in the long run, even though you may be winning more. So let's come in to their trades and let's see what happened. Yep, look at this, US 30, US 30, US 30, 0.5, 0.25. I definitely called it on this one. All US 30. Now, going through some of these, $1,000 win on a 0.25, $600 win. Remember they traded for 8 days. Let's see how many. They took 50 trades in 8 days. That's way too many trades. Sometimes, I've seen it work, but look, holding $4,000 in drawdown, $2,900 in drawdown, $5,600 in drawdown, on a 0.5. Definitely over leveraging. You only have to hit $20,000 at 10% profit margin on a 200K account. A 0.55 on a 200K account is way over leveraging, especially, maybe if you're trying to pass it in a day or two, but I would not recommend going in that heavy. As you can see, they realized they were over leveraging, I would say, based off these trades, and they went back down, lowering their lot size. And all of a sudden, you know, we have one $1,600 win. But, you know, US 30 is a different animal. So it's all about learning your strategy and finding the right trades and sticking to them. So, well, this concludes this video on failed accounts. Now, if you like what we're doing, remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and remember, don't trade to live, live to trade.